Fitzy and Whipper.
Celebrity Apprentice. It was down to Darren McMullen, Benji Marshall final last night to raise as much money as they can for their charity. Money. This is what happened.
How much money did Darren raise?
Darren raised $172,617.
Benji, you raised $387,105. Congratulations.
Benji, you are the winner of Celebrity Apprentice.
There he is. And he joins us in the studio now, Benji Marshall.
How you going?
Benji!
Can I get a higher?
No, you cannot.
Just checking.
When you were doing that with Jeannie Kitson, that was hilarious.
Oh, it was good, mate. It was the whole experience of Celebrity Apprentice, as you would know, Whipper, it's one I'll never forget.
Yeah.
And probably one I'll never do again. It was tough. It was hard. Like the hours we filmed, some of the challenges we had to do, like you put yourself out of your comfort zone. But the best part is, like my charity, and you just heard how much money we made.
Remind us of the charity, Benj.
South Cares.
Yes.
As young Indigenous-based charity who help underprivileged youth, Indigenous youth, go to school, go to work and health, and give them a chance to try and live their dreams, which for some of them is just going to school.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
So, yeah, we fund their program for the next 3 years after that.
That's awesome.
Well done,
what a
mate.
result. What was the toughest part, Benj, of the show?
I guess dealing with people,
Yep.
really. Asking people for money is hard, but dealing with different personalities or celebrities.
Sure.
And the first day I walked in, I sort of made a joke, so where's the celebrities? And that didn't go down too well. That didn't get aired either, but I think they looked at me like, who are you? You know, but I don't see myself as a celebrity, but a lot of people did. And working with some of those people was tough.
You know what? One of the moments, and you were up against Darren McMullen, who did really well on the show as well. But Darren, you know what? There was a moment on the show where Darren spat the dummy. He found out that his dog had cancer.
Oh,
This
yeah,
was
he was
like,
doing
you
it
only had a
tough.
couple of episodes left, right?
Yeah.
A couple of challenges left. Mate, he had a go at Lord Sugar and said, I don't have to be here. You need me here. My life is falling apart and you want me to go out there and do all this stuff and all that stuff. Mate, as a mate on the show, and I know you were close with Darren, I mean, how was that? You're juggling stuff like that. What happened with that stuff?
Yeah, that's tough. In the second to last episode, Darren didn't make it to the start of the episode, and I got really emotional about it. I was talking to Darren the night before, and he just found out his dog had cancer. His dad was sick.
Wow.
And he was dealing with a lot of things in his personal life that, you know, you just expected to carry on, and don't worry about that stuff. You just carry on with this. But he didn't turn up, and he texted me and said, hey, bro, can I talk to you the night before? And I couldn't. I was in bed with my kids. And when he didn't turn up the next day, I thought the worst.
Your mind runs.
I did, and I thought maybe I've missed an opportunity to, you know, help this guy, or maybe something happened. But no one told us what had happened to him. But he'd had a heart problem that he had to go to hospital with, and we didn't sleep much. Like the last week was, I reckon, 10 hours sleep.
Yeah.
Because we were working so hard. So you can imagine how tough it was. But Darren's a really great guy, and one of the best things that come out of the show was our friendship.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think we would be friends. At the start, I thought he was just this arrogant, cocky guy. And once he dropped the exterior and you saw inside the real Darren, he was actually a really good
He's
guy.
got some great stories. You had an advantage a little bit in that it seems to be in your wardrobe you've got so many signed jerseys. And one of the highlights, I reckon, of the show was when you went to the market and you had to raise the money and you were able to bring out a couple of jerseys which sold really well. Compared to, was it Ryan the model?
Jacob.
Was that his name?
Jared.
Jared.
Yeah. Justin.
Justin. So Jared the model, he turned up with a photo. He turned up with a photo which was a one-off, him sort of half naked, which struggled, but it was a one-off. He made a point of that. It struggled to raise too much money. I think his mum ended up buying it.
His mum did buy it. That's the best part. He turns up with this photo of himself and goes, look, this is a limited edition, guy. And he does that.
Poor bloke.
All right, poor bloke. Hey, yeah.
It's embarrassing on national TV. What about the show, though, that you pitched in about yourself? Are they actually going to make that show? Because that was gripping.
Can we talk about this a bit more, Says? I just want to set this up because if people didn't see this was a pitch to Stan, Benj, and this was how you started it.
I've never ever talked about this publicly. I've never ever talked about this because it's meant so much to me.
Comes out to the left. Here's Marshall. Left foot step. He's away. Comes for the fullback. Gets around him. Scores. Oh, what a try.
That's the Benji Marshall that everyone else sees. The Benji Marshall that everyone else thinks they know. That's not the real me. You know how I know that? because I don't even know the real me. There's a half of me missing that I haven't found out about. I don't know my real dad. I don't know my culture. I don't know my nationality. Who am I?
I mean, wow. Are they actually going to make that show? Because I want to watch.
Yeah, they are.
They are.
Yeah, Warner Brothers is making it.
Wow. So this will be a 6-part series, Ben?
Well, no, we don't know if it's exactly going to be that. That pitch was supposed to be not really real to be made.
Yeah.
The story was real, but I didn't think we'd talk about actually making it off the back of it.
It was extraordinary.
So you want to find out about where you're from, your culture. Do you really want to? Do you want to go and find your father?
No, I don't. No, I don't want to know who my dad. I don't really want to have a relationship with my dad.
Don't you want to just confront him, Benj, and just
Not really,
look him
no.
in the eye? No,
I'm one of those people though that like if there's like toxic people in my life, I can just cut them off and that's it.
Yep.
Like, I'm not really dealing with you again. But I do have this want to know like what am I? Am I like English? Am I don't know like what half
How does your mum
nationality
feel about it?
Yeah, I spoke to my mum about it. I think she didn't understand that. Well, she didn't know that I'd felt like that. But when I was a kid, I asked the question, and the look that I saw, I never wanted to ask again. You know, so and to be fair, I still don't want to have to put in that position to ask her.
No.
But Ben, she would have seen the show.
Yeah,
She would have seen that moment. Has she made contact regarding that topic?
to me.
Yeah,
we talked all the time. Yeah,
but as she said,
No,
Benj,
it's
I can tell you more if you really want to know.
No. Well, she had me when she was 15 at a really young age. You know, so the whole, I guess, circumstance of that, people might not understand, and I don't want to dig there with her. That's her story. This is more about me and what I want to do, and I didn't really want to drag her into it. You know.
So do you want to know his name and what his background was?
I don't care about the name.
What
Just
about
background.
What about your siblings? You got brother?
Yeah, I got two
brothers?
two younger brothers. They got different dads though.
Right. They've got different dads.
Yeah.
Right. Do they know their dads?
Yeah.
Yep.
They do.
See, I wonder if your dad knows that you're Benji Marshall.
Well, it's funny. I told this story on the show about that it didn't make it to here, but after I made my debut, I got I did this documentary thing in New Zealand and said I'd never met my dad, and I had 10 emails from people saying they were my dad.
Oh wow.
What a class.
Another show.
How good.
That took me ages to write. You know what I loved last night as well, Benj, when you go out and you got the big finale, and I love how you went back to Leichhardt Oval.
Well, I had to.
Yeah.
We had a budget, and it was the only place I knew I could get it for free, and add it to my story.
And then you've got Anthony Wiggle, who is a huge Tigers
I love
fan.
that guy.
And the Wiggles perform. The only thing that was missing, Robbie Farah with his top off up on the scoreboard or something like that.
Well, he was there, but they didn't want to put it in the edit. He didn't make the cut.
Because of the bum bag he was wearing.
No, exactly.
Zoe must be proud, mate.
Yeah, she's really proud, and like she said to me last night, I'm proud of so many things, but the thing I'm proudest about is everyone gets to see the you that I know.
Yeah.
Because everyone has this preconceived idea you're just a cocky, arrogant footy player, but it's much more than that. And one of the biggest things she highlighted was she loved how I was able to just share my emotions and vulnerability to strangers and encourage men. Like as men, you guys know, we don't speak up enough. We don't share our feelings or whatever, but society's probably that way. You know, when you cry, like, who's watching me cry?
Of course,
Who cares?
It's a sign of weakness.
Feel how you feel.
Yep.
Vulnerability is a strength to me.
Well done, mate. Well done. And
Awesome,
now,
Benj.
we know that you've got a great career on Fox Sports. This show could be going ahead and how well you do in the media, but would you ever think about going into business?
Well, it's funny. I actually had a message from Janine, who was one of the assistants. She founded Boost Juice and stuff, and she just said, if you go into business, like, let me know. I can give you advice or help or whatever.
Right.
But one thing I did get from the show is I learned a lot about that. Maybe I do know enough to start business if I want to get down into that path, but I don't know. I just feel like I need purpose, you know, and find something that's going to give me a good purpose. And part of that show, I found that with the charity stuff.
She didn't suggest there could be a personalised Boost Juice drink named after you.
No, didn't you do that in your one though?
The side
Oh, we did like a mango, smoky mango.
Where did you come? I'm trying to remember.
Well, no
one cares.
You wouldn't remember.
Yeah, carry on.
Well, there was sort of 12 episodes. I was in 10 of them, so you'd remember if you watch the show. But not the winner, but I won the people's hearts.
Yeah, you did. You definitely did.
People's vote.
Mate, well done, Benj. Proud of you, mate. You
Thanks,
did
man.
so well on this show, and it seems it's changed your life. So congratulations and thanks for coming on the show.
Cheers, guys.
Well done, buddy.
All right.
Fitzy and Whipper.